What's up? Just out here looking at some of my plants that I'm growing and I'm thinking about fashion. What is fashion really? It's just kind of like an artistic way to cover yourself if we're talking about clothes. Oh, look at some of those boys. You're gonna get eaten soon, my man. Fashion even kind of affects people that like you wouldn't think care about fashion. Like when I think about who, like the type of character who wouldn't care about fashion, like the least amount of care for fashion is like, I don't know, like a military general, like a stern right-wing military general. But even they have some sense of fashion in their life, even if they don't realize it. Their hair, for example. I mean, the most efficient haircut, if you're just talking about like low-cost easiness, would just be to shave your head to the lowest number. But they don't do that. They often have it short on the sides and slightly longer on top. Is there a reason for that, aside from fashion? Some carrots growing here. I might pull out a little carrot, see what it looks like. It's gonna be real small, I'll tell you that. That's a carrot. So if we're talking about fashion in relation to simple living, are you complicating your life by just making your clothes look a certain way and not making them perform any better? I'm just gonna give the carrot leaves to the worms. Oh, there's one. There he goes. This worm's trying to get out. What the hell, boy? You get in there. You go eat that. Usually the people who say, oh, I don't care about... Be quiet back there. Usually the people who say they don't care about fashion are the people that care the most. The more they say, I don't care what I look like, actually they do. They're going out of their way to wear something that other people aren't wearing. A lot of teenagers do that. I was one for sure. Some beetroot coming through over there. A couple of radishes starting to sprout up. I think they're radishes. It's the people who literally don't think about what they're wearing at all. Maybe they're dressing the simplest. You know when you see like pictures on the internet of like people in Asia wearing shirts just with like really odd pictures on them. It's like a huge picture of Barack Obama with like some kind of mistranslated English slogan on the bottom. And you laugh at that saying, haha, he doesn't even know what he's wearing. What we don't consider is maybe they know what it is, but they just don't care what's on it because they just wanted to wear a t-shirt to protect them from the sun, and the art on it is irrelevant to them. In my last video I talked about how there are many layers of simplicity to even the simplest of tasks. I had a problem where my feet were getting muddy if I checked the mailbox when it had been raining because there was some dirt next to my mailbox. I said the simplest solution would have been to just put a whole bunch of rocks there that you could step on to not step in the dirt. Someone in the comments said the simplest solution than that would just be don't check your mailbox if it's been raining. Or if you wanted to go up, you could build a bridge, but even then there's a whole bunch of layers of simplicity. How complex do you want the bridge to be? How much of it do you want to build? Do you want to buy plans? Do you want to design it yourself? Do you want it to be detailed? That same kind of thing applies to fashion. You know, there's people like Mark Zuckerberg who have like a uniform, a self-imposed uniform, where they just buy like 100 of the same shirt and pants and just say, okay, that's what I'm gonna wear every day, and then every morning when I get up, I don't have to worry about what clothes I'm wearing. Which is pretty simple, but then it's like, are they sticking to that uniform like implicitly? Someone bought them a jacket for Christmas, would they just accept it into their wardrobe and wear it, or would they be like, ooh, that's kind of ruined my uniform? Because then you'd have to argue that, well, maybe not accepting the jacket is less simple than just accepting the jacket. It's very confusing. Where's that coriander? Oh yeah, there we go. Ooh. Ooh, that strawberry's getting pretty red and weird looking. Fashion, is it a waste of time? I don't know, I've just been walking around and having a talk.